In this episode, we're camping on this tiny crescent-shaped island. We are heading out for another island adventure. This time I got my new little puppy. His name's Leo. He's a 6-month-old Shiba Inu, and this is going to be his first time kayaking. Got my mom and Preston here making sure it goes okay. We're actually out here in San Diego beginning a brand new road trip. Yeah, I'm gonna be on a boat. See ya.
Bye, Leo.
Yeah, we're on the kayak. You wanna climb over there? Be careful, buddy. Don't you fall in. He's got his life jacket on, so really it would be okay if he fell in, but I want this to be a good first experience for him. That's right, we are beginning another road trip. We're pretty much as far down the coast as you can be before hitting Mexico. Initially, my first episode that I planned was in Los Angeles, but as many of you probably know, there have been some devastating fires happening there. My heart really goes out to everyone. Thankfully, traveling in the van, we were able to book it on down here to San Diego, and it's a lot better down here. No fires, no smoke. Just beautiful weather down here in January. It's basically room temperature, sunny, like a beautiful summer day in winter. Hey Leo, welcome back. Like I said, this is Leo's first time kayaking. It's gonna be his first time camping too. Don't you jump in. Hey, be careful, buddy. You're making me a little bit nervous right there. As you can see, it's basically sunset. That's because this is a slightly stealth mission. Not full-on stealth camping, but... Oh, Leo, come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, buddy. You all right? Oh. You taking a swim? That's not his first swim, though. He has taken a swim out in the bay, and he jumped in there willingly. As I was saying, this is a little bit of a stealth mission because this island is restricted during nesting season. Now, nesting season's April to October. We have terns here as well as black skimmers. And it's January, so we're well out of nesting season. But I still don't know, if anyone's gonna have a problem with us camping here, but we're gonna be very low impact and just try to enjoy the island. This island's really unique. It's a crescent shape, definitely man-made or just man-maintained, as you can see by all the bricks out there. Okay, you just wait for me. I'm gonna help you out, okay? All right. Ooh, jump out. Oh. This seaweed or sea lettuce, whatever it is, man, it's making it tough to pull the kayak. We made it. All right, I got Leo on the 50-foot run here. That way you can run around, explore. Yes. Here, buddy, let's get you dried off. All right. I think he likes the kayak. He actually ended up hopping on in there again. You want to go explore? Let's go check it out before it gets too dark. Yeah. You want to run? Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. What a cool shape, man. I like how we've got this little cove, perfect spot to land, and just really neat formation. This looks otherworldly. This is where all the terns nest. Heard there's about 16,000 or more of them that come here every summer. Really unbelievable. Yeah, he's at this age where he's foraging. Just looking around, picking stuff up. So if you're wondering where I've been having to raise this little dude. He is really a handful. I got him when he was like 3.5 months. Hey, drop it. Yes, not only are puppies a handful, but he's a Shiba Inu, and they are notoriously stubborn and strong-willed. I've actually had a Shiba Inu before with my ex-girlfriend. Yeah, my ex ended up keeping our little guy despite my protests, but very happy to have this little guy. He is already a true adventure dog. He loves going places, exploring, loves rides in the car. Where are we? Yeah, you having fun? Oh, there's a paddle. Yeah, it's a palm tree frond. Let's go back. Let's go set up camp. Well, I think it's dark enough. It's time to set up camp. As you can see, it's low tide right now. Definitely don't want to set up camp anywhere along here. I think right up this way looks perfect. Nice and flat, and should stay high and dry tonight. First part of camp I'm going to take care of is getting the tent set up. That way if Leo wants a nice warm spot to hang out in, he can go in the tent and lay on the sleeping bag. Now his breed is actually a hunting breed from the snowy mountains of Japan, so they're meant to be in the cold, in the snow, but you know, he might want to get cozy, so. Man, it feels so good to be out here just getting camp set up. I really missed it, man. Yeah, almost ready. Just know if I ever don't put out a video for a while, there's a very good reason. A lot to do to prep for this road trip, and I'll get into more details later, but it might end up being a 9-month, 10,000 mile road trip. Something I've always dreamed of. All right, looking good. It was pretty easy to set it up here. What do you think of the tent, Leo? Ooh, you can lay down here. Yeah, I don't know if he's all that interested. He immediately ran out and started exploring again. So for more of a stealth factor, I'm going to set up our table and chair kind of down the beach a little bit, just because we're a bit lower and kind of hidden by the curvature of the island up there. It was warm during the day, but it's still wintertime, so the temperature really starts dropping after the sun goes down. Look at him digging a hole. What you doing, Leo? Yeah, this isn't hardcore stealth camping because we do have to use some lights, but just trying to keep it to a minimum though. Wow, the moon is really starting to peek out there. It looks so cool. What you doing, Leo? All right, let me just see how this angle's feeling. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna need something to boost up the chair and the table because we're pretty slanted here. Just looking for a nice flat board. Oh, here we go. It should do perfectly. Well, let's see how this does here. Perfect. Now that we got this set up, I'm gonna give Leo his dinner real quick. For now, Leo's travel bowl is this little gelato container. We've got some lamb kibble, and as much as I think kibble's kind of dry and boring, he seems to really like it, and his vet recommended it, so. Also, since we're camping on the water, got a little bit of these raw mixers. This is some salmon and cod. Yeah, can you sit? Yes. Good boy, here you go. And what are we having for dinner tonight? Well, San Diego's known for some really good fish tacos, fish burritos. I already had some from a taco truck, but I thought, you know, let's try to make some ourselves. I did bring my fishing rod. You know, I was gonna see if I could catch some fresh fish, do a little catch and cook. The tide is so low right now, it's also slack tide. Super shallow all along this whole island here, so not really ideal, but you know, maybe in the morning we can give it a try. Well, Leo's already done his meal. He tends not to overeat, like he'll stop eating once he's full, so I'm gonna give him round 2. When I first got him a few months ago, he was just 4.5 pounds, and he's already up to 13. Like, he's basically as big as Preston, which is really something. Yeah. Hey, little puppy. Yeah, Leo's interested in the fish tacos, man. So I got everything laid out here. I'm gonna start with some chips and salsa. Got a juicy Bartlett pear. For the tacos, we're just gonna make it easy. We got some sweet and spicy tuna packets, queso, and cilantro. Also got some pickled vegetables for on the side. This is gonna be a good meal. A ripe, juicy Bartlett pear, one of my favorite things in this world. I think I stored these tortillas wrong when I packed them because they must have folded, and you know, they're not the best looking, but they'll work. These tuna packets are so convenient. Really pack some good protein and some good flavor. Cut a little hole in the corner of this queso bag. Gonna kind of squeeze it out like icing. You know, ideally you would heat this up, but you know, I think this will work for a camp meal. Get some of this limey goodness on here. Oh, and cilantro just makes anything better. I gotta say, that first taco is looking pretty good. Well, I'm gonna get the rest made and we'll check back in. All right, now I don't know about you, but I think these look pretty good for some easy camping fish tacos. And this is looking like quite the spread, man. Now I do things a little bit differently. I try to start every meal with fruit. It's kind of better for my stomach and feel more balanced that way, but I love a good juicy pear. Now why don't we catch up a little bit? I know it's been a minute since I last posted. So as you can imagine, I've been busy caring for this little guy. A puppy, they pretty much require your full attention, but it is so worth it. It's been so nice to see this little guy grow up, just exploring the world. He's been getting along so well with Preston. There was a little bit of confusion when I first announced Leo on my community page and Instagram. Some people thought I got a second dog or maybe something happened to Preston. Well, first off, I call Preston my fur brother because he's my mom's dog, so he's kind of like my furry little sibling. And Leo, I guess you can call my first son, my little fur baby, so real family going now. Still gonna be doing plenty of videos with Preston. You know, as I said earlier, my mom and Preston are joining me for this road trip. Now, they're not gonna be here for the entire thing. This is potentially 9 months, 10,000 miles. That's a really long time. But they will be here for a lot of it, and we're gonna be doing some family episodes, the 4 of us. There is a lot in store. Man, this is such a nice nighttime view to eat to. It's really something. Now with that pear done, the chips and salsa can wait. I want to try one of these tacos immediately. That is actually really good. Didn't really know how these were going to turn out, just kind of winged them for a night of camping, but they actually taste pretty legit. Tons of flavor, tons of spice. Super good. Yeah, it's good, buddy. You smell it? Yeah, this food is too spicy for a dog, otherwise I'd probably share a little bit with Leo. So we actually drove down to LA Monday evening, and I was hoping to go on an adventure the next night, like Tuesday night, and Tuesday morning, that's when the fires started. Up in the Bay Area, we've really had tons of rain so far this season, but LA has had less than 1/10 of an inch. Regardless of what your opinions are in LA or California, you really just gotta feel bad for everyone who lost their homes. Some people lost their lives. I'm thankful that we're safe, and being in the camper van traveling, we were able to go to safety. I gotta tell you, one night we went to sleep and the air quality was fine, everything seemed okay. Wake up the next morning, and while there are no clouds in the sky, the sun is barely reaching us. There was so much smoke in the air, just literally ash falling from the sky. Probably the worst air that I've ever breathed. So while I had a fun adventure planned for LA, we did have to take a detour down here to San Diego, and we may head back up there once the fires are put out, but there's no telling how long that'll be, so we might just have to end up heading east. Oh yeah, heading east, so gotta tell you about my route. For the trip, I'm planning another big circle around the country. From down here in San Diego, we're gonna head east, going through the desert, through Arizona, New Mexico, hope to spend a lot of time in Texas, heading on over through Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, then over to Florida. Hopefully we'll get there before it gets too hot in the summertime. Then we'll be heading on up the East Coast, back up to New England. I miss y'all up there. And then back over through the northern states, potentially Canada, on the way back to the West Coast. It's gonna be a long trip. Oh no, Leo just jumped down and his leash was caught on the table. The rest of my chips and salsa went flying. Oh well. Anyways, it's gonna be a really big trip. I'm just glad there are other people out there who like camping and adventuring as much as I do, or at least watching it. Well, that was good, but I feel like I'm ready for bed, man. Been kind of a long day and I'm feeling like getting to sleep early, so gotta pull all this stuff further up the beach though so it doesn't get washed away from the tide. All right, we just took one last walk. Wipe Leo off so he's nice and clean for bed. Let's see how you like the tent, buddy. Yeah, this is our home for the night. Y'all might remember that Preston is a huge fan of being in the tent, being in a sleeping bag. I don't know if I can say the same about Leo so far. He's trying to get back out. I think he really likes hanging out outside. Probably just doesn't really know what we're doing just yet. Yeah, we're about to go to sleep, buddy. Oh. I think he's starting to get the idea. Well, we'll see y'all in the morning. Good night. Well, good morning. I slept really well. Got to sleep maybe around 9 o'clock. Woke up with the sunrise here. You can see there's a beautiful golden light passing through the tent. Felt nice to just sleep in and just wake up with the sunrise. Let's see how much sleep we got. I've been wearing a watch that tracks my sleep at night. Kind of fun to check out. Looks like we got just under 7 hours, so not too bad. It was super quiet here overnight, but shortly after 10 o'clock, I heard some police enforcing some of the curfews in the different parks around here, blaring their sirens, getting on their megaphones. And then around 5 something, there were teams of rowers hitting the water, and you know, their coaches have megaphones too, so so despite being woken up a couple times, I'd still give my sleep maybe a 7 out of 10, so pretty good. And I would ask Leo for his sleep rating, but he's still sleeping in right here like he likes to do. At first he was a little unsure of the tent, but he very quickly got the idea that this is our safe space to sleep, and he was fast asleep the whole night. Let's see if Sleepyhead here wants to get up now. Leo, hey Sleepyhead, you ready to get up? Good morning. Hi, good morning. Well, the water really came up. What a beautiful morning. Yeah, it's definitely good we brought everything further up last night. This tide really came in. Already lost sight of Leo. Where'd you go, buddy? There he is. Hi. So really interesting with this island how the inside you have this sandy cove, but then on the outside they use these brick-like things to help the island keep its shape. Well, he stopped, but Leo was just chewing on pickleweed here. This is actually edible. Yeah, it's pickleweed. Tide is really starting to creep up on our little setup right here. It's at 6 feet right now, but it's only projected to get up to 6.1, so we should be all right. So Leo's gonna eat first. I gave him some more of his puppy kibble and then some of those salmon and cod raw mixers. Yeah, you're excited. Can you sit? Yes, good boy, here you go. Is that tasty? Yeah, hold on. And while Leo's eating, we're gonna get our breakfast going here. Gonna crack open a few eggs here. And while I normally like my eggs sunny side up, we are gonna need to scramble them for what we're making. We still got some more corn tortillas, so we're gonna make breakfast tacos. Wow, those were done in like a second. Forgot how fast scrambled eggs are. Our breakfast tacos are gonna be pretty simple. Get the eggs going. A little bit of shredded Mexican cheese. Got this elote seasoning. Some Tapatio hot sauce. And for good measure, we're gonna throw on a little bit more cilantro. I think that first one looks pretty good. Let's make up a few more. That is looking good. Another really straightforward meal, but should be super delicious. I almost forgot to use a little bit of lime. And with it, I got an apple to have. I want to thank everyone who keeps coming and watching these videos. I'm glad you find them entertaining and maybe a little relaxing. You know, I've had my hands so full lately, it's been really hard to reply to comments, but just know that I read every single one. Like anytime someone leaves a comment, I get a notification right to my phone. Normally read it right then and there, and a lot of what y'all say are really touching and helpful and just really good to hear from you. Love me a good apple. I'm so eager to see how these breakfast tacos taste. They are delicious. You know, I don't know if it's just me, but I think almost anything tastes better wrapped in a tortilla. You know, I'm just now realizing that you can see SeaWorld in the background. That is a really fun place. Maybe you have kids or you're just a fun-loving adult yourself. Check it out. Well, that was excellent, man. I'm feeling satiated and ready for the day. Also, quick reminder to get hydrated. Your body will thank you. Been seeing lots of these eggshells all around the island, but just look at this one. It's still intact, like half buried. Nothing alive in there anymore, but still kind of cool. All right, I got all my trash packed. Also was able to find a few things here on the island to pick up, including a pencil sharpener, some bottles, cans, and other plastic items. And with that, I think we're good to go. Leo, come. You ready to go? You have fun, buddy? That was really cool. And I'm very proud of Leo. He did such a great job. He had a few things he was unsure of, but ended up being totally fine and learning to love the whole experience. Well, stay tuned, because Leo's going to be joining us on a lot more dog-friendly adventures to come. Until the next one.